Voice module online.
Are you listening?
Get over here!
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
This week on RDS Gaming, RDS gets stabbed in the back. Great betrayals and all the things we like. Hello, and welcome to episode 48 of the RDS Gaming Podcast, your most offensive source for all things nerd, geek, and gaming. I'm your host, Racer, and I'm joined by Black Sun.
Hey there, good evening, everyone.
And Zero.
What's going on?
And as always, we have a silent partner in the channel that gets a preview. But I'm not going to say his name, because fuck that guy.
Silent partners don't want to be known anyways, I hear.
So, start this shit out right. What the fuck's going on?
Go for it, Zero.
All right. Well, after hearing you two talk, so what's the word I'm looking for? Lovingly about Need for Speed Payback. I took the plunge, spent $60, and wow, I am not disappointed at all. Holy hell, that game was fucking great. Like, it didn't take itself super serious. The cars, they handle well. And I don't know if they patched some of the off-road, because I didn't have all that much trouble with the off-road. Like, you guys had talked before and said the off-road was a little bit key, and I don't know if maybe they did a hot fix or something on it. I didn't have that much trouble. Like, it didn't, like, the races were difficult, especially towards the end, but like, it wasn't overwhelmingly like, oh fuck this, I'm gonna throw my controller. You know.
I mean, you did get a little bit of advance notice from the rest of the community.
Might have been a little bit of the expert guidance.
That is true. I did get a little bit of forewarning about the off-road races, that they were kind of a pain in the ass. So maybe I just went in with my eyes open and ready, expecting the worst, and it not being as terrible as I was imagining. Maybe that's what it was. But it's so much fun to play. That's the thing. Like, I enjoyed it start to finish, and I am still going through and working on my cars. Like, even after I finish the game, I still find myself going back to get this vehicle, see how it handles, or there's a time trial that I know I can do better on, shit like that. I'm still going back. So, to me, a person who's usually scared to death to drop $60 on a game, it was worth every fucking penny. Can't say enough good things about it. I love it. And then the other thing I found was SteamWorld Dig, which is it's really hard to describe. It almost reminds me of like a steampunk Metroid type deal, to be honest. It's super fun to play, not overly complicated. There's no voice. It's all text-based, which I like, because you can put a voice in your mind with the character that you're playing. So I think that's pretty neat. It was free on Origin. I figured, what the hell, and we'll play something a little bit different, a little out of my normal scope of things, and I have enjoyed it thoroughly. And seeing how it's free on Origin, wouldn't be too bad to pick that up and just give it a shot.
Nice.
But that's pretty much been my last week, is just Need for Speed and Steam World.
Some fun to be had then.
Oh, definitely.
I'll have to check out SteamWorld Dig since it's free, and that's right in my price range.
yeah. And I'll tell you what, the controllers handle very well. Like, it handles like a very well put together platformer. So, like, it's real tight. I haven't found any jankiness with it yet. It's like, for a free game, I was real pleased.
Nice. See, I've just been doing a little payback myself mostly. Haven't had quite as much time this week, but still got a little bit of it going. And I'm at the end where the big outlaw race is for the finale. But yeah, been having fun with that and working on some cars. Going after the one percenter. She needed to be put in place for sure. Just that voice. It just like, yep, gotta put her down.
Nails on a fucking chalkboard, you mean?
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Whatever. You like her. This is like some second grade hair pulling bullshit.
Like, oh my god, stop it.
See? He emulates her too. Sad.
No, that's about all I've been up to though. Say, having some payback fun still and working that in when I can. Not really a whole lot other than that. Enjoying the derelicts. I've been getting them worked up.
The derelicts are very cool. Like, and it was kind of fun just finding the parts for the derelicts. Because once you find the body, you got to find, 4 more parts, and that was a pretty neat. I don't know, what would you call that? A scavenger hunt almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially if you did, kind of the legit way and just looked at the map and little clue you had and all that. I'm sure there's plenty that just went, all right, Google search. Where can I find it?
Yeah, but man, that shit takes the fun out of it.
I mean, there were a couple of the desert jumps that were kind of difficult to figure out, but once you got through 3 or 4 of them, it was pretty easy to figure out, oh, okay. Obviously, if I drive around this way, there's going to be a ramp of some kind somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's one billboard I tried to find, I couldn't get through yet. Just driving around looking for the jump, and I couldn't find it yet.
Yeah, there's a couple of those billboards that are kind of tricky to find, like the jump to get through them.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta follow, for a lot of those jumps and shit. Follow Black Sun's advice and just use a goddamn drag car.
Yeah, you find it, you drive around with it, go for it. Use what you got.
I haven't quite gotten completionist on the game yet to where I'm trying to 3-star everything and do all kinds of other shit, but I did mark my territory. It's been quite a few days now, so I may have to go back and retake some of those records, but I have begun to build out my all Mustang race series.
Well, I haven't had time to go back and challenge you on any of them yet, so
Ah, good. I can take over the rest of the map then.
Because
Say
that's what
currently-
good friends do.
all you have to worry about is 0.
Oh, I've still got to take the rest of the off-road races. I've got my Mustang race car, my Mustang runner car, my Mustang drift car, and my Mustang off-road car, all at or close to max level.
Nice, man.
So I only have drag left to build a new car for, but I also have gotten relatively lazy. It's a fairly decent system to upgrade a car quickly, especially since I had to use derelicts for a lot of this. So you've got like a 35K purchase, start at 100, go and buy whatever random parts are at the tune-up shop, and then run races. But then I got into hurry up mode, so I'd run races until I got to restock. Then I'd go buy, then I'd roll at least once to replace whatever my lowest level part was, or twice if I could trade in parts to make up the tokens used. Then go back and race until the shop restocked and do the whole thing over again. And I could, in about an hour, I could go from level 100 to level 350, 360.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was how I ended up doing it.
But
Yeah, I'd say use them tokens up and roll, and you can get there quick.
I've got a. Go ahead.
The two easiest ones that I have found is the drag and the race car. The drag, all you do is just you go to the very first drag strip mission that there is. You just go back and forth. It's a fucking real simple straight line, and there's a fucking tune-up shop on your way back to the start point. It takes you like 2-3 minutes to go through the drag thing, and you're good. And the other one I found for the race car, in the construction site, you have the 5-lap loop.
Yeah,
race.
that's the Google secret to earning money in parts.
Really?
Yeah, that's what everybody does to increase rank and get money. Because once you get a car that's fast enough to get first place, it's ridiculously easy. And since it's like a 35-second lap, it takes no time at all.
Oh, I had the race down to under 2 minutes.
Well, I also went in at like 60 levels under what I was supposed to, and I haven't run it since then because, super cheap. But yeah, any circuit race makes your life easy because you can restart immediately.
Yeah.
See the off-road in the swamp.
That is a real good idea for the off-road thing. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about the swamp. Yeah, that'll work out.
Yeah, that's how I've leveled up almost all of my off-road. I didn't with the Mustang off-road, mostly because I was too low a level. And then, I was too low a level to be competitive in my mind, which I think they did patch that. Because I get no suggestions for what level I should be on the old races anymore. And I swear I wasn't hallucinating and it used to say level whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they patched that and it scales now. Because I noticed when I took a lower end car into a lower end race, and as I worked it up, you ended up getting different racers in there that could come closer to your speed.
Yeah, well, it always scaled them, but there used to be like a minimum ideal level to be before you would even enter it.
Maybe they did patch that. I don't know.
But I still had that thought process in, so I didn't go there and race in my off-road Mustang. I just ran all the other stuff, and then I was like 320, 330 by the time I was pretty much done. And I was like, okay, well, I don't need to go there now and run those races for 10 hours, beating my head against the wall, waiting. So I'll just fucking go do some fun shit instead.
Yeah, and I still have to go through and get a whole bunch of the roaming racers too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've barely touched that.
I got some of them to do yet.
Like, there's a whole bunch of content there that you can do after you finish the main story that will still keep you interested, I've noticed. Like trying to 3-star all the like little activities, things like that. Like there's all kinds of stuff to do there still. It didn't like, oh, I just finished the campaign. No reason to fucking touch this again until, DLC content or whatever they do comes out,
I just went through to beat records, really, and then to build all of my Mustangs so I can be like, yeah, suck that. Old rear-wheel drive beat everything.
Yes, indeed. I'd say hopefully I get some time and I can go in. Well, say finish it off and then say work on some records, so it's not all just racer there. Give them at least a little competition, hopefully.
Racer owns the map.
You might have told me that, Zero. We might have to team up to try and keep him from owning the whole map.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Well, depending on what next week brings, it'll be interesting. Maybe shorter on time. Yeah. What they got me scheduled currently is definitely not right. So yeah. Let's see if we get another screwed up month or not.
Well, let's hope not. Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
One
come
big hot
on.
mess.
Oh, yeah. So that's I haven't played that in like 5 days. Just been well, I had real world racing to do and then fix shit.
All kinds of fun.
Yeah, again, you have a weird idea of fun. I'm not saying I don't have a sense of accomplishment, but yeah.
Yeah, a little sarcasm in there.
Yeah, it might have been just a hair bit of sarcasm there.
Wow. Again,
Yeah.
I'm in here. You two don't want to talk. There's 3 voices here. Come on, faggots.
That's right.
So, has anybody seen anything new coming out that looks interesting? Because honestly, I haven't. Now, I know, Racer, you said you got Origin Access. And I was looking at that, and that seems like it could be a super good deal. Because, I mean, it's $30 for an entire year. And there's like, I don't know, 75 games in the vault that you can just download and play for free.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I cannot support anybody in the audience actually purchasing that right now.
Oh, shit.
In fact, as good as the game itself is, I'm going to have to throw it out there and say, don't fucking buy Payback either.
Really? What did they do?
Oh, there is globally trending at the moment, has been for most of the last week, that If they really wanted to set their record again, EA is probably going to get slayed with worst company in America again.
Are you serious?
Oh yes, but we're going to use that as a transition into the news. So yeah, all things being equal, EA has fucked up real bad this time. Given their desire to monetize whatever they can, they have released a game that fans have been clamoring for, redone things in a manner the fans were clamoring for, and then decided to extract as much blood as possible from the community. Battlefront 2, the new one, not the one everybody loves, is literally pay to win and is gated in such a way as to make it incredibly difficult to progress through the game without paying. In fact, they even hedged their bets, which makes sense in one regard, and reduced the amount required to unlock things for review copies. But the community has done some math, and I'm not 100% sure if this is pre or post economy adjustments, but it would take about 4,500 hours to unlock everything in the game, or $2,100 US.
Holy nutsacks. That's insane.
Yet it took, I can't remember what the time was, like 160 hours to unlock one hero.
That's
Like,
fucking madness, dude.
yeah, and there's cards that can improve your aim and do other things, and basically, as everybody from the beta said, they push real hard to make you want to buy stuff to be more competitive in multiplayer. And people have lost their goddamn mind. I mean, outrageously angry this time. Tons of pre-orders canceled, to the point that EA actually removed the cancel my pre-order button from their page.
Oh,
Damn.
To the point people requesting refunds through the Xbox store and the PlayStation store have just said, "You know why I'm canceling this," and the customer service rep on the other side went, "Yeah, I know." It has gotten big enough. The Reddit versus EA, basically dumpster fire, is big enough. It's mainstream news in the UK.
Damn.
So yeah, EA stepped in a giant pile of poo. YouTube personality Angry Joe apparently was lied to by EA reps for 20 minutes straight during an interview. I mean, they have tried to spin this many different ways, and it just nothing they have done has helped. They reduced the amount taken to purchase stuff with the in-game currency, and then reduced the reward level. Like, they just cannot fucking fix this, I'm guessing, without destroying their business model.
yeah, that's not a good sign. That whole lying to someone interviewing, no. That'll come back and bite your ass in a real hurry. So we've seen a few things on the beta. People were talking, and things that were not favorable.
Yeah.
Apparently, they took it to the next level. and never found out everything.
This had to be part of the original plan, so I am going to jump on that wagon because this is just scummy practice.
Yeah.
I realize they're a business, and I realize it's not a single developer's fault. It's not even technically EA as a whole's fault, but I hope the backlash is bad enough that most of that board of directors gets removed and somebody else is put in place that learns a valuable lesson from this.
Yeah, hopefully someone that's like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't do this. Maybe we shouldn't try to screw everybody over and make them kind of pay to win.
If it wasn't a $60 purchase up front, I could understand, but this is worse than most premium or freemium games.
Yeah, no, you get the full price and full fledged. Everything's there, release, and then on top of it, well, here to really do it, here just come buy some of this. Well, or you might have to buy a lot of it actually. Just don't worry about that. But then yeah, the whole 2100 to get to that point too. It's like okay, and it's not all cosmetics. It's stuff that's actually is beneficial. It makes changes and benefit. That's where it really gets to be. I mean, if you want to do stuff cosmetic, whatever, fine, do it. I don't care.
Yeah, but this shit ties into actual gameplay mechanics.
Exactly, and that's the point. I mean, you know what? If you want to put the microtransactions in, all right. If they're cosmetic only, I mean that's fine. Whatever. I mean, yeah, I don't have any major issues with that. You start doing it where, like you said, it's actually ties into the gameplay. It affects the game itself more than just cosmetics. Yeah, no, that's not gonna fly. Sorry, get rid of that shit.
So yeah, there's why I can't support EA in any way, shape, or form. We will see what they do over the next couple of weeks to further work on damage control, but I don't know if this is something the community will just forget and move on.
I doubt easily.
Yeah.
The pitchforks are definitely out on this one. But again, short news week for us. The other one does tie into another EA game,
Ooh.
or at least an EA owned franchise. I was not a huge fan of the series. Not that it was bad, just not necessarily my cup of tea. But very shortly in the future, a community developed mod for Command and Conquer is coming out, which is, from the description, 100% standalone and combines Tiberian Dawn, which came out in 1995, and Command and Conquer Red Alert. Turns it into one seamless experience.
Well, that's kind of cool.
So here's your takeaway, EA. Fans of your game series managed to build a mod to improve the game, and apparently there's a couple of different versions that make the original vanilla game just as it was, and then updates to balance and everything else. So they give more of a shit about your franchise than you do, and have a lot of people very happy. Maybe your PR team should reach out to these guys and be like, hey, we done fucked up. Help us.
That might be asking for an awful lot. Just saying. But I may have to keep an eye out for that. I'd say I played Tiberian Sun, and then the ones after that.
Yeah.
I had a little bit of fun with it. See, especially say standalone or free standalone or whatever. Worth checking out. See what they all did with it. Did you ever play any of them, Zero?
Oh yeah, like I played a whole bunch of the Command and Conquer games. Like I definitely like those.
Little RTS.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I played a lot of them when I was back in school. Like that was one of those things where like I could sink a lot of time into it and I enjoyed it.
Well,
Nice.
looks like you guys have something to look forward to.
Yeah,
Sounds
just
pretty good.
remind me of it when you get to that point, too.
Yeah.
I might have some things come up. I may space it off and not realize it.
Well,
Do you not remember who you're talking to?
yeah. Don't
Yeah, I
worry.
do.
We'll make you go back and listen to the podcast on repeat.
That would probably be for the best.
But yeah, that's all we have for the news this week. Nice and short and sweet.
Yeah, sweet. If that's what you call it.
So-
He's a real sweetheart.
I know I am. Thank you. So the topic this week is betrayals. Everybody loves jumping right in on this one. They're all like, yeah, I'm fucking pumped. I'm ready to go. I want to talk about this. This is going to be awesome.
I don't think I betrayed anyone. What did I do now?
I think you're good, Black Sun.
Okay, I was getting worried.
Well, I mean, betrayals, whether it be in a video game or movie or a comic book or a regular novel, are always a good way to put in a super good plot twist, especially if it's one of those ones where it just smacks you in the face. You don't see it coming at all, you know? And I mean, I can remember being pretty young, and when I played Final Fantasy VII, like there's the part of the story where you're running around with Sephiroth, and you think he's just a normal badass dude, and then he starts burning fucking cities to the ground. He decides to bring a fucking comet down on the planet, and you're like, man, this guy is a fucking asshole. Like that was the very first one that popped into my mind. And then I guess movie wise, it would probably be Ash from the original Alien movie with Sigourney Weaver. I did not see that shit coming.
You didn't see that coming. Come on.
He was a robot. He fucking tried to kill everybody. Or, well, try to smuggle a fucking alien back to Earth.
I mean, he's an android, number one, not a robot. Jesus.
My bad. An android. A non-human. There you go.
AIs.
Yes, AIs.
Maybe he had too many eyes. He's seen everything.
I don't know. Those are both like it would have the Final Fantasy VII betrayal would have made a lot more sense to me had we been able to play Crisis Core first. Like my end goal, since it's going to take Square another 20 years to release Final Fantasy VII remastered, I want them to recreate Crisis Core. Keep the same mechanics, everything else, but do what they can to make that a seamless experience. I know Crisis Core is going to ruin some of the reveal and Nibelheim that Cloud wasn't the soldier there and he was just the random guard. Oh, I'm sorry, spoiler alert. It's been 20 years. Get over it.
Yeah.
But that would have made the twist, the reveal that the dude that you had gotten advice from is Zack and you fought beside is Zack suddenly flips his lid. Like, that would be amazing.
That would definitely be pretty cool.
And they could even have blackout sequences where all of that was covered. Like, I know the spin up in Nibelheim is when Sephiroth goes crazy and Cloud gets basically put into a coma, but it still would have been cool. It just, that made the Betrayal seem that much better to me, having that much history with the character, not, oh, this dude is on a bus with me and we're going to kill a dragon.
Oh, you're right. Like, when you put it that way, I can very, very much agree with you. Like, that would have definitely made it an even bigger deal.
There's one, say I was researching a little bit, and one from the movie side goes back a little ways, and one that I say I liked or whatever was old Benny in Total Recall, the little flip that he did.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
It wasn't, not something you expect necessarily. And then old Benny's like, yeah, it's the same, hey man, it's like I got 5 kids to feed, this and that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I've been helping this whole time, but it's like, yeah, no, sorry.
Another one that I thought of was thinking way back, GoldenEye, the movie, when James Bond is double crossed by the other agent, Alex or Alec. Yeah, that was one of those ones where it's like, what? Now, granted, I was like, I don't know, 11 or 12 whenever that came out. So, it was, I'm sure it probably wouldn't have been quite as mind blowing to me now. But when I was younger, I was just like, holy shit, that dude's a dick. He just fucked over his supposed best friend.
That's not what I was expecting. Wait a minute.
I mean, really? Really?
What?
Y'all have missed the obvious movie Betrayal, and I'm kind of disappointed.
Well, I mean, there's the other one where, Gandalf gets betrayed by
Saruman?
Sarum. Yeah, thank you. Saruman,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was talking about real trilogies and the fact that Lando sold out Han, but whatever. We can talk
I was
about
waiting for that one.
all you fuzzy-footed idiots walking around the forest for fucking 12 goddamn hours instead. We can talk about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, people. Zero's got, a little bit of a thing for midgets.
I do. Oh, I don't know if that's because it comes from reading the books when I was much younger. Like, I watched the Star Wars movies when I was, I don't know, 8 or 9. I can remember because they used to play them like every fucking Thanksgiving. They'd have all 3 of them on right in a row, like on TBS or USA. One of the, primetime channel, one of the primetime channels. Like every Thanksgiving, they'd have them on, and I can still remember my mom. We were at my grandparents' house I can still remember my mom telling me, "Hey, buddy, you might want to watch those. You might really like those." And I can remember I sat down and watched those for 6 hours straight, and I was flabbergasted. But I think that I got something different when I read a book. Like things play out in my mind instead of it being spoon fed to you, like a movie does. You know?
Mhm. It's your mental picture, not theirs.
Yeah. I mean, the book leads you in the direction, but you picture everything in your mind. Like you picture how Gandalf is going to look, and you picture how Frodo would look, or Bilbo, or any of the characters. And speaking of another fucking betrayal, Boromir fucking tried to betray the Fellowship, tried to take the fucking ring from Frodo. Like that was another one where I was just like, holy shit. Now he was doing it for I don't want to say the right reasons, because it wasn't his burden to bear, and he knew that, and he should have known better than to try to take the ring, because it corrupts man. In the books, the ring corrupts men and turns their hearts evil. Even if he was trying to do the right thing to help his people, it still would have ended badly. And he should have known that. But that's another betrayal like I didn't see coming.
There's one movie wise, I guess one that kind of happened, whatever that was done well, whatever that I liked, but it was more, I guess, my style of movie and one I enjoyed. But old Reservoir Dogs with Mr. Pink. No, them. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that Tarantino film.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I've seen it a couple of times.
That has to say, and most of his do or whatever, especially his first movies, whatever. But that had a nice little twist in there, which leads all down to the end with that nice bloodbath. And everybody questioning everybody and trying to figure it out.
So what about you, Racer?
I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. Probably one of the best, or one of the biggest ones I can remember, comes from comics. And this goes back to the good secret, or not good secret wars, the good Civil War that the Captain America movie is very loosely based on. And the Superhuman Registration Act, where Iron Man, Tony Stark, goes for pro registration to convince every superhero to reveal their secret identity and go on basically a governmental list, and arrests superheroes he had worked with and jails them if they're unwilling to sign the Registration Act and come forward as who they are. Like, he rocked a whole lot of worlds and did a lot of creepy shit, which I think is only surpassed by Ultimate Reed Richards, which, I mean, he's the the head of the Fantastic Four was always considered to be like one of the shining stalwarts in the Marvel universe. And like Ultimate Reed Richards, once Marvel decided this shit's too complicated and we need to mesh everything into one world, like 616, which is the main Marvel universe, and Ultimate Reed Richards got together and were working out a way to save everything. And Ultimate Reed Richards kind of went crazy and evil and tried to get rid of Reed and kill Doctor Doom and do all this other crazy ass shit. And was at least partially responsible for the Ultimate Universe getting destroyed.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like Thanos didn't have the level of success in mass murder that Ultimate Reed Richards had.
So you're saying Thanos should take notes?
Thanos needs to step up his game.
Well, there's the issue. You've got Thanos was trying to attract death. That was it. That's what he wanted to do. That's why Thanos was trying to murder billions of people, was to get the specter of death to pay attention to him. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, in recent history, he's gotten some dating advice from a couple of different Marvel heroes, and then from the little excerpts I've seen, he basically got to the point where he's like, you know what, bitch? Fuck you. I don't need your shit. I'm Thanos, motherfucker.
I guess that's one way to look at it.
Yeah, that. I don't know, man. That's kind of weird. Doesn't it always seem like when the good guys go bad, they're even worse than the fucking bad guys?
Well, that's kind of the current trend, seems to be flipping the script as much as possible. Like, with all the shit in DC Rebirth and the confusing as shit Superman storyline where there's certain Supermen are dead now and other Supermen from other realities are alive, and I don't know. I can't keep track of it because I'm not that into Superman. What I do know is pretty awesome is Lex Luthor is a good guy.
Interesting.
Like when the original reality Superman died, Lex Luthor basically took over being Superman. And he had his technological suit and everything else to give him similar abilities, and he was running around saving the world.
Huh? Really?
And then the alternate Clark Kent, who had Lois and their son, and they were basically living under the radar, finally he came to the decision that he had to come back. And him and Lex get along. Like, they respect each other. And there was a whole big thing recently where Superman met with Lex Luthor, and Lex tried to give him the other Superman's cape, and he's like, I took it after he died because I thought the people needed a symbol to know that there would always be a protector there to take care of them. And Clark basically says, well, you need to take that and find another way to honor him. That it's not, I don't feel like that's the right way to do it. I don't want to take it. And Superman takes off, and Lex is standing there holding the cape, and he's like, I always knew that the world needed a protector. I just always thought it would be a human, but not anymore. So I'm waiting. I don't know if this is like going to be a long-term arc for Lex where he's a good guy, or if there's going to be some massive fucking over. If so, that will probably make my list of the top betrayal of all time.
Yeah.
When did other shoe drop? See, I haven't been keeping up with the comic side of things as much lately, or for a while now. It's always good to hear about them from you, though.
Yeah, he does a real good job of explaining that shit, don't he?
Yeah, I didn't say he keeps up with them.
Yeah,
So we're always kind of in the know.
exactly.
Well, that's what I do. I consume all kinds of media. And that's, I mean, they've got a lot of good storylines going on right now. I guess what would probably be a real world betrayal at the moment is Brian Michael Bendis left Marvel.
Really?
And he was a pretty big time writer, like carried Jessica Jones, actually recreated the character in a sense, made her book popular, was writing Guardians of the Galaxy, was the original writer for Ultimate Spider-Man. Like he had his fingers in a lot of pies at Marvel. And then a while back, he's just like, yeah, I'm done. I'm leaving Marvel.
So I think I might have seen something about that. I didn't really look into it, but I might have caught a glimpse of that.
And it was kind of a give or take. My one big issue with him was understandable, but he wanted everybody in his audience to love him. And it never felt like some of the shit he said was actually wholehearted. It sounded like he was just pandering. And maybe it really was. I don't know the dude personally. Maybe some of the shit he talked about was his true feelings, but it never seemed genuine. But dude was one hell of a writer. Whether I agreed with him or not, I have zero doubt he will be successful.
Yeah.
So that kind of reminds me of another one that has had to cut ties to make sure we get Wonder Woman 2. No more Ratner involved in that.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah. No more Brett. He's out.
Oh, as far as I'm concerned, he shouldn't be. In fact, he shouldn't be involved in anything dealing with people.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this has been disturbing on a level beyond all things.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'd say
I've taken my own lumps as far as, talent and directors and everything else, people I had respect for their talents, and seeing that they're just 100% shitty human beings.
mm,
And that sucks, too.
yeah, there's been a few that I've seen also. It's just, but yeah, I seen that, and I noticed that it's been confirmed that he's no longer involved and has been, well, kicked to the curb.
Well, it's pretty difficult when Gal Gadot is like, I will not come back unless he's gone. I can guarantee you Warner Brothers is like, oh, fire who?
Yeah.
He wasn't. Yeah, he didn't have that much yet. We're good. Yeah,
Another
it'd be
one.
hard to find someone to replace her for that.
Another one that I was thinking about was Racer. I know, you're a huge Drist fan. Well, you and I both are. I don't know how far up you've read on the books, but I'm pretty sure I'm current except for maybe one book. And there's always one constant in there that you're always wondering if he's going to be a betrayer or if he's going to help, and that's Artemis.
Hmm.
Artemis Entreri. You never know with that guy because there's so many times when he has betrayed Drist or whoever he is working with at that current point, and then there's other times when he doesn't.
It doesn't suit him.
And that, yeah, exactly. It doesn't suit him. And that makes it even worse because you never know.
Yeah, that doesn't fit into what I'm doing currently. So no, let's do this. I'm all on board this time.
Yeah.
I mean, he has basically, and it was very difficult. You could tell over the years that he started as a foil, the dark mirror image of Dritz, but you could see, especially when he got his own series, that it felt like Salvatore was trying to turn him into an anti-hero. And I like the character. It's very, very pure. It's very much, yeah, good villain, but it's one of the few cases where they've given him a complicated backstory, and I wasn't bored to tears by it because he was never just a slasher or a murderer or anything else.
Oh, yeah. He was. You could always count on his story to be just super rich with details and history. And like you got to see what brought him to the point where he could turn his back on somebody and not think twice about it. Or he could say, okay, this time's going to be different.
And go out and do anything and everything to
Yeah.
protect or get it accomplished.
And I always thought it was funny because he couldn't betray Jarlaxle. Like there was a couple of times when he tried and it never worked out for him, which was always funny to me.
Well, that's the thing. Jarlaxle betrayed him.
Oh, yeah.
Although Jarlaxle had his reasons behind it, and was an attempt basically to fully forge Artemis into an anti-hero or a full-blown hero. I guess that's a huge deal as far as everything goes, was that whole series ending and basically Jarlaxle being like, well, this is your chance to get your shit together, man. Don't pass up the opportunity. You need to heal. I get it. You are fucked up. 100 ways from Sunday, you are fucked up. But there's a chance.
Oh. And then, damn. It was in that series with him, the chick. Fuck. Oh, I can't remember her name. Like at the end of the one book, she tries to kill him.
Yeah, the innkeeper.
Was it the innkeeper?
It was the one person he trusted, the halfling.
Yeah. No, not her. The one that he was sleeping with. Damn it, I can't remember what her name was.
There must be a ways in the series,
It's,
or a more recent one.
it was the series that was just Jarlaxle and Artemis. It didn't have anything with Drist. Damn, I can't remember what her name was.
That's one of the last ones I did.
This is gonna drive me nuts. I'm gonna have to go find that.
So I think my last one, which say I'm way behind in the series, is the Two Swords. I think. I don't know. I have all those books though. They're all in a tote in the other room. And that one I got when it first came out because it was hardcover only. No idea, Racer.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
Say normally if anyone is, say you'll be able to pick it up.
Yeah, normally Racer would have been like, "Oh no, it was this chick. This is what her name was. This is the reason." God damn, how am I the only one that fucking remembers this time?
It's been a long goddamn time, dude.
Yeah, it has been quite a while since you read that, hasn't it? I cannot remember her name for the life of me. Damn. Oh well. Yeah, no, some woman that Artemis, like the only person he had ever let get close, like other than the halfling, and he always kept her kind of at arm's length, but like the only person he ever let get close, she betrayed him. Like she tried to kill him, and Jarlaxle and the one that can open dimensional doors. One of Jarlaxle's lieutenants stepped through a dimensional door and stopped this woman. Like Jarlaxle saw it coming, knew that it was going to happen, and stopped it.
There is no relationship where he killed them.
Huh?
The only person based on oh well, maybe it doesn't say that.
Oh wait, Artemis or Jarlaxle doesn't kill her. He fucking takes her to the Underdark.
Dahlia Sinfel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who it is. Or not? No, wasn't Dahlia. It's shit. I cannot remember what her name was, and that's gonna bug the hell out of me forever.
Well, that's the only person that there was an implied sexual relationship with for Artemis. And the reason I wouldn't know her name is because it's beyond the books I read.
I'll have to get out my books and find it later.
The only other woman was Dwavel, Tiger Willies.
Yeah, the half. I'm trying to think. I think it's in the third book in that series where it's just Jarlaxle and him. I think it's the third book. I'll have to find it. Because I remember reading it, because I remember being like, oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, this was way after the original series. This is after he becomes the Gray.
Oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't Dahlia. This was in the timeline. This was well before he became the Gray.
There were only 3 books, so it would have been Road to the Patriarch.
Yeah. Because I think, as I recall, it's right at the very end of the book. Yes, thank you. That's it. That's the one. Thank you. Yeah, there was a scene like they were back at the inn after everything had gone down, and like they had just finished sleeping together, and then she tries to stab him to death. And Jarlaxle and the Scionist puts the fucking barrier over him that absorbs all the energy from the fucking knife and saves Artemis. But like Artemis never saw it coming.
Yeah, but Camariel also came back and saved her.
Yeah. And then Jarlaxle took her into the band.
No, Jarlaxle didn't. Camariel did, because he had taken over for Jarlaxle, so Jarlaxle could travel with Artemis.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I knew it was there, just wasn't coming to mind. I couldn't think of that name for the fucking life of me, dude. Thank you for finding that.
That's what I'm here for. Historian, MC, general leader type. Speaking of leading, it's time to go, fuckers.
Oh shit, is it that time? It is that time. Damn.
Well, I may leave, but doesn't mean I'm going far.
Well, I don't need to go far either, but my bladder demands that I say these final words. 0. You know what to do.
Shoot for the stars.
It betrays my ears every week.